Buenas. ¿Qué os parece, ¿Cómo me sale el saludo de Gaspi? Millionaire go homeless to prove anyone can make 1 million. A ver, no tenía planeado esto, pero... Un segundo. Oye, es que tiene buenísima pinta esto. O sea, se ha ido, por lo que entiendo, se ha quedado homeless y va a intentar volver a generar 1 millón.
This
A ver,
is
espera.
Mike Black, the millionaire who went homeless, with the goal to make $1 million from nothing in only 12 months, while documenting
Hostia puta, tío, en 12 meses.
the entire
Hay que aprender de este tío, gente.
journey online for everyone to see.
I'm cutting off my entire network. I'm draining my bank account to $0. I'm leaving behind my 7-figure business, putting all my belongings in storage, and I won't even have a place to live.
This is the $1 million comeback.
Did you know the project is going
El $1 million comeback.
No, everything was a curveball. This is my one pair of clothes that I'm taking with me. I have a cell phone and I have a backpack
Vale, día
with
uno.
camera gear. The keys are officially
Una
turned
mochila.
in. The project has started. Now I gotta figure out what the to do.
What Mike didn't know at the time was that this was going to be the
Hostia
toughest
puta.
year of his life. But why did he decide to do it?
I'm gonna try to pan.
¿Me lo dices o me lo cuentas? Claro que va a ser el año más difícil de su vida. O sea, se va a la puta calle sin nada. O sea, ¿qué han dicho antes? ¿Empezó con $100 o algo así o qué?
Handle, make a couple bucks. Not worried about food at all. I can go a couple days without eating. Hey, how are you? I was wondering, do you have finally someone nice enough to give me some water?
See, it was the beginning of 2020 and countless people had lost everything. And he wanted to be a living example that you can make a comeback even at your lowest point. But could he really reach $1 million in 12 months again?
Everything I tried
Me parece muy heavy $1 millón en 12 meses,
didn't work.
Muy heavy.
I did have someone message me.
Es verdad que si ya has sido millonario, igual, o sea, en plan de tener muchos millones, igual tienes ahí como los códigos para... O sea, a ver, un momento, una puntualización de esto. Si tú eres una persona que de cero consiguió generar 100 millones... ¿Vale? Creo que el reto no es tan grande de 0 a 1 millón que, por ejemplo, una persona que ha generado 1 o 2 millones o que no ha llegado a generar 1 millón y en 12 meses quiere generarlo. ¿Por qué? Porque al final sí que es verdad que te sabe... O sea, obviamente eso se aprende. O sea, hay muchas cosas que aprendes y que incluso entrenas tu cerebro de manera inconsciente para alcanzar esos objetivos, ¿vale? Era lo que quería decir.
Me on Craigslist that said they'll give me $100 if I let them. I started thinking like I'm gonna be sleeping on the streets a lot.
¿Qué? O sea, ¿por qué censuró eso? ¿Que le daban $100 si hacía algo sexual o qué o no?
Tried, didn't work. I did have someone message me on Craigslist that said they'll give me $100 if I let them.
Vale, sí, creo que sí. Si le dejaban, yo qué sé, que se la chupara o alguna cosa así. Bueno, los inicios son duros, amigo. No me esperaba que tanto, pero seguro que más de un vagabundo de esos ha dejado que le hagan alguna de estas historias por comer.
Alright, so it's 11 o'clock. Didn't make any money. My bench right here that I'm gonna be sleeping on tonight, so.
But there was
Duro, dormir en el banco. Me cago en 10.
production team, and this was about something bigger than just himself.
The goal of the project was to help as many people as possible.
So giving up was never an option. But things took a turn.
Something amazing happened. Out of nowhere, like this kid hit me up and said like, hey man, you can crash here. Offered to drive 30 minutes to pick me up. I'm just really emotional how nice of an act this was. I promise you I will repay you for all of this.
Okay, thank you. I mean, you don't have to, but...
Just thank you so much.
¿Pero le recogió porque le reconocía o no?
Opportunity to get back on his feet.
I still have one pair of clothes. Look how gross this is. Now I get to put these boxers back on.
So he had to make some money, but this time he had a plan.
What I started doing is just taking ads on Craigslist in the free section, putting it on Facebook Marketplace, and selling it for a profit. I acted as the middleman.
Hostia puta. Está cogiendo cosas gratis, ¿no? Y está poniéndolo en eBay para vender. Juraría que en esta comunidad ha habido alguien que hacía algo parecido. No sé si me lo he soñado o yo juraría que sí, que alguien hacía algo parecido a esto, ¿no? A ver, es que hay que buscarse la vida, o sea, si encima no le estás buscando mucho profit, realmente lo que puedes hacer es conectar, o sea, haces un servicio. Mira, Joselito, ahí está. Quiero decir que aparte de simplemente vender, a lo mejor si le acercas el objeto a alguien ya le estás dando un servicio, ¿sabes? Porque normalmente, os voy a decir algo, lo de regalar siempre es que tú vas a buscarlo. Nunca te lo acercan a ningún sitio ni nada, ¿vale?
Handling all the logistics between the buyer and the seller.
And it worked.
I just sold my first couch for $100.
Although this was literally only 0.01% towards the final goal, with that he was
0,01%.
finally able to buy some clothes,
Pero es el inicio, gente.
some decent food after not eating for days, and most importantly, deodorant.
It's alright.
On day 3, he made a whopping $250 flipping more couches.
Hey Mike, what do you got there? That's a nice computer.
Oye, ahí está, ¿eh?
Yeah, that's just a brand new used Chromebook. I'm gonna take that.
Oh, it's
¡Ey, qué bueno! Se compró... Tío, yo no lo hubiese pensado mejor. O sea, creo que esa es la mejor inversión que podía hacer. Un portátil. Aunque sea un portátil pocho, tío. Internet es... Ahí sí que se puede generar. O sea, ahí hay múltiples maneras. Me ha flipado ese detalle. ¡Qué puto crack! No, yo a lo mejor no lo hubiese pensado lo primero, ¿eh?
just not working.
But Mike
Oh, hostia, no funciona. ¡Qué putada, tío!
had to figure out how to get his own place. Because Isaac, the guy who helped him on day 1 and now lived with in the RV, still had no idea about the project
Y está viviendo ahí en... Está viviendo en un tráiler, ¿eh?
and who Mike really was. Because he was going undercover as Scott.
A ver, gente, cuando digo que los inicios son duros, no lo digo en broma. O sea, fíjate, estás flipeando ahí tus muebles con un ordenador prestado, viviendo también de prestado, te compras un portátil y encima no funciona. También tendría que haberlo comprobado, ¿no? Al principio o algo así. Hostia, en una situación tan extrema...
So he wouldn't get any extra help. If Isaac found out, Mike would have to cut off contact, which is one of the many rules he set up for the project. And then...
A ver, if anyone finds my true background about my social channel project, I have to cut them. Vale, exacto. O sea, va a tener que... No le puede seguir ayudando
he'd be
este
back
chico.
on the streets again. So he had to get more Benjamins into his bank account.
I applied to 10 different jobs in one night, and the next day I woke up and I had 3 interviews.
So he spent the last
Joder, chaval, ¿qué trabajos eran? Vamos, aquí en España ni de coña aplicas a 10 trabajos y te llaman 3. O sea, aplicas a 100 y te llaman 3. Esa me parece una tasa más realista con España.
$40 he had to join a co-working space where he could use much better computers and start trading time for money, even if that means working as a telemarketer for only $10 an hour.
$25 an hour working for a law firm
Hostia,
as a
telemarketing.
virtual assistant. So I went over to Isaac and I was like, hey, would you be cool with lending me your car and I'll do food delivery. I'll give you the majority of everything I make.
Best delivery driver ever.
You heard it. Dude, I
Joder, ¿eh?
flipped this bike, by the way.
También os digo una cosa, en Estados Unidos sí que es verdad que es mucho más fácil encontrar trabajo. Es que así es como tendría que funcionar la puta sociedad. Si nosotros hiciéramos este reto, lo que tendríamos que hacer es, en vez de empezar buscando un trabajo, sería buscando una ayuda, ¿sabes? Porque creo que sería lo más óptimo. Ahí te levantas tus 300 pavos fácil, sin hacer nada.
Sells for like $300, $400.
Flip king.
Just left
En España el reto sería cómo conseguir una paguita y vivir sin hacer nada.
thrift store. Got all these shirts. You looking for a sugar daddy? Hit me up. $220.
But still, with all this work, he was barely getting by.
For the first
De millonario a ocupa con paguita.
time, my bank actually overdrew. I was not expecting this to take this long for me to get out of this situation.
Until things got even worse.
We didn't put this in the footage, but the RV had gotten a cockroach infestation. It was really bad. Imagine trying to sleep in a place where there's cockroaches everywhere. You imagine
Qué duro, tío, ¿eh? Después de estar acostumbrado... Es que también hay una cosa que yo creo que no... La gente no es consciente del shock que es pasar de... Joder, o sea, en mi casa no hay ni habrá nunca cucaracha, ¿sabes? De estar cómodo, estar en un sitio bien y tal, a ir a lo que te toque, ¿sabes? O ir a la puta calle, o sea, el contraste. Porque al final, por duro que suene, Por duro que suene, joder, si ya estás medio acostumbrado a eso, el choque no es tan fuerte. Pero en el caso de este tío, o sea, pasar de estar en los mejores sitios a tener que hacer eso, no me jodas.
I'm crawling on you. Well, one night I looked at my arm. There's a cockroach. Just swiped it off, and I sat up. I'm done.
Duro.
I will not live here another week.
He just had to get
Le tocó
one
ahí
client
una
for
cucaracha.
some service that would pay him a few grand.
Buenas
I literally
noches,
just
Carlos,
spent
¿cómo va
all
todo?
weekend. I
Por
sent
aquí
so
todo bien.
many sales.
Buenas noches, Guardi. Por aquí todo bien. Toma asiento que estamos viendo un mini documental muy interesante. Como un millonario que se hizo homeless para probar que se podía volver a recuperar. Y el reto es de 0 a 1 millón en 12 meses.
Proposals.
Until he finally got someone to pay him for monthly marketing services.
$1,500. Dopamine just blasting through my head. I have money now.
Vale, esto es a lo que me refiero. Claro, si tú tienes ciertos conocimientos, o sea, es que esto es muy importante para que los que lo están viendo así más novatos lo interioricen. Eso es a lo que me refiero con lo que decía al principio, ¿no? Si tú tienes ciertos skills y enganchas un ordenador y te pones a hacer servicios, por ejemplo, de marketing y lo haces bien, creo que puedes escalar rápido en esa meta. Sin embargo, si empiezas de 0-0, o sea, si no has recorrido ese camino, te va a costar mucho volverlo a recorrer y hacerlo en este caso mucho más rápido, ¿no? Porque se pone la meta de 12 meses. 30 días es heavy, ¿eh? De 0 a 1 millón en 30 días. No sé hasta qué punto eso puede ser posible. Let's go.
The $1 million milestone, he had to build a real business.
Rons and
Ideally,
Capital.
a scalable one, like an e-commerce company.
I am
Por-
at the farmer's market here. I'm looking for people
Por
that
la
sell
riqueza
product I can
ganada
maybe
con
partner
el
with and
sudor de
sell
la
online.
frente.
And after making some connections with a manufacturer and looking at trends, he decided on a very specific niche, a coffee brand for dog lovers that donates a percentage of profits to saving dogs. But what got in the way
¿Habéis visto? Ya empieza ahí un negocio digital. Es que lo sabía, tío.
was the fact that he had to document everything.
I was spending it 40 to 60 hours a week on production and marketing and running the production team alone while I was homeless in the beginning of the project. I remember being in meetings with the guys and I'd be like, I haven't eaten today. I don't have money to get back to the RV park. I got to get out of this meeting and you guys have to figure it out because if I don't flip a couch today, I have to sleep at the office.
We need to shoot, quick overview, we need to shoot.
Pero
Carlos,
fijaos que
si
ya
buscas
monta
millonario en
un...
90 días lo encuentras. El problema es que son 8 capítulos de 45
Hostia,
minutos cada uno. jajaja.
mucha tralla. Tendré que resumirlo yo, pero me lo veré.
How to. Our animator overseas just quit.
You're spending 25 grand a month on production?
$25,000 burned per month on producing the project and marketing it.
Paying for it out of his own pockets.
I only spent 1 hour on my business. This has been a consistent theme. I'm not going to be able to build $1 million business like that.
How much money have you made so far?
It's underwhelming.
You're making less than minimum wage. You feel like a failure.
I can't be working all these hours.
¿Habéis visto? Eso es clave. El que tú... o sea, ¿os dais cuenta? Lo pone todo en el negocio. Yo es que es lo que creo que hay que hacer. Hay que ponerlo todo en el negocio. Yo no tengo salario, gente.
I need to build my business.
Do you feel the pressure of having people look at you, of potentially failing in public? Does that...
Es que además, ¿sabéis qué? Que eso me obliga, porque lógicamente pago cosas, ¿no? O sea, pues si hay un viaje, a lo mejor una parte lo paga Rax, o hay algún gasto, algo de promoción que hago, lo paga Epsilon, lo paga mi propia sociedad, lo paga la holding. Pero siempre tiene el sentido de que tiene que ser algo aprovechado y algo para trabajar. Porque si, el salario a mí me da la sensación que es más de, bueno, pues esto es lo que tengo y ala, para gastar. Fijaos, por ejemplo, el tema de los coches. Yo el M2 Competition lo he comprado como una inversión. O sea, hasta eso, que es la cosa que más me gusta del mundo, me he tenido que poner el reto de decir, los coches se tienen que convertir en algo que me dé pasta. No sabía cómo hacerlo. Es complicado, ha sido un proceso de años, pero al final estoy en el inicio de empezar en eso. Y cuando tienes esa mentalidad, realmente es sencillo hacer dinero, porque priorizas el que la empresa genere dinero y lo reinviertes. Sin embargo, la gente que está pensando en, no, yo me voy a hacer rico con esto, me voy a poner un salario, tal, ¿para qué? Para gastar el dinero, o sea, quieres gastar el dinero que ni siquiera ahora mismo tienes. Eso no funciona así.
I'm so tired. I just got word the client decided to, I guess, fire us.
He had to get really strategic with his time and money. Either cut expenses to invest more into launching the e-commerce business, or invest money to save more time, for example by hiring freelancers.
So I'm still working on the homepage, sir.
Jay, you logged 2.5 hours. You said you're gonna log a full day today, dude. We need to get this site up. Oh, God, I've never gotten that pissed. It's starting to get to the point where I'm like, am I in over my head, being able to hit this goal? I don't feel like I'm far enough.
But out of desperation, Mike came up with a brilliant idea. They would not just cut his biggest expense, might actually make him money.
I am finding a location. Let's say it's $4,000 a month to rent. I'm gonna rent out 4 of the bedrooms for $1,000 a month, so it pays for the place, and then that 5th bedroom I would get for free. That is what I call rent hacking. This is a 4-story place. This is gonna be my room, walk-in closet here. This would be my bathroom. I'd be going from RV park to this. 3 months. Made this like a podcast room or something. Wow, this place is big.
He makes it valuable by setting up this house specifically for like-minded business owners. And because his fake identity, Scott, doesn't have a good credit score, he just found someone to co-sign it.
What do you think is like a fair percentage of profit to do for you doing?
Hostia, va a montar como una hub house, ¿no?
Like the credit partner stuff. All right, I got the official lease. How cool is it that I went from living in an RV to this place? Rent-free, plus I would make money.
And also, the coffee brand was finally ready to launch.
Oh, we're in business. We got coffee, baby. We got our first coffee order ever. This time, 4 months ago, guys, I was thinking about sleeping on a bench. If you're like, I hate my job, I fucking can't stand.
Se nota que le ha metido mucha energía, ¿eh? O sea, esto además me flipa el experimento porque te pone en un punto, gente, que es de... O sea, de sobrevivir, ¿sabes? De estar 100% focus, 100% centrado en eso que tiene que hacer y eso es lo que te ayuda a prevalecer. Nosotros vamos a tener una aquí en Andorra, Lexu, más guapa todavía.
And with roughly 9 months left, maybe it was still possible to reach the $1 million milestone.
There's a lot of people that have built a company in 9 months have gotten it to $1 million. I'm healthy, my family's healthy. That's all that matters. On Tuesday, I learned that my dad was officially diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer.
Yeah, they said it's in my lungs, my liver.
My dad is the single most important person to me.
Joder, tío. Y encima te tienes que comer eso en el proceso de todo esto.
The typical survival rate for that is 14%. What I was told was like 12 to 18 months.
Believe it or not, yes, it could be better, but it'll also be much worse. To me, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I'll fight, Michael. The fight begins. Don't get upset.
And here we see where my
Qué buena actitud del padre, ¿eh? Fundamental eso.
got his unwavering optimism. It's a terminal
Está riquísimo en Santa Teresa, por cierto.
diagnosis and still considers
A ver,
himself to
ahí
be the
está.
luckiest man in the world. After months of struggling, overcoming homelessness, working 100-hour weeks to run an entire production team, and trying to make $1 million at the same time, now this happened. This was real life now. Mike had a decision to make. Continue the project or quit.
Some things are going to change because I'm going to be moving home to spend time with my dad. We're going to figure it out, you know? This is what happens in life.
It was like life was testing Mike, whether you could actually be a...
Es que es muy heavy, tío, comerte eso en... O sea, que mientras estás haciendo el reto, le diagnostiquen cáncer a tu padre. O sea, yo lo entiendo perfectamente que dijera, vale, me voy a mover y voy a estar más tiempo con él. Porque imagínate que luego fallece o algo así.
A leader live by the message of the project and overcome this adversity.
You get dealt cards, you have to play the hand that you're dealt.
His dad wanted him to continue because now this was actually about more than just making $1 million. It was about living by the values his dad taught him, making the best out of every situation, even in times of struggle. And it lit a fire inside of him.
And I wrote it down. I wanted 20,000 DMs, people reaching out saying, you impacted my life in a positive way. That's all I wanted.
So could he still reach the $1 million goal now that things got even more challenging?
And I want to make that very, very clear. Like, I don't think I was going to hit it.
But they had a pretty good plan. Coffee is one of these consumables that people buy
Es que tienes que... Es que es heavy, ¿eh?
Again and again your brand. So setting up a monthly subscription would be a game changer. And if they could acquire new customers to try out their products, they might become long-term repeat buyers.
Smile, dance. We put up our first TikTok, and TikTok went semi-viral. Almost 3,200 followers.
Holy shit.
What?
I think we got our first coffee club subscription.
While I was driving, Etsy order.
$34,221.
Our ad account got disabled. This is what I do when I'm angry. So I made a list of things I'm grateful for. The first is Mark Zuckerberg. I'm grateful for big...
Si te das cuenta, emprender es básicamente resolver problemas. Día sí, día no, día también.
tech. So now I feel
Porque ha dicho ahí, nos han desactivado la cuenta de ads.
better.
O sea,
Things
saber
now
por qué.
started moving faster, but that also created more problems. Mike was still juggling way too many things, spending only 5 hours a week on the e-commerce company, trying to squeeze in family time, making content to document the $1 million comeback, and researching cancer to help his dad. So far, he had spent $250,000 on producing the project, and the channel still hadn't taken off. His
Wow, Fíjate, qué duro que tiene 2.000 seguidores. O sea, fijaos los vídeos con 179 views y tal, y habiendo documentado todo.
His goal to impact 20,000 people seemed impossible, with only a few hundred views per video.
So that was like a layer of stress. Kept having to get the team pumped up. Like, guys, we'll get these views eventually.
Until his own health started declining as well.
Throughout the entire project, we haven't shared it with you, but I've been in and out of the doctor's office. I actually have 2 autoimmune diseases. Even started developing a tumor on my hip. It's gotten to the point where I'm in pain every single day.
Health, everything in my life is at the lowest point.
I want to talk about the project real quick. I don't know if I should keep doing it. I really should be helping out my dad with his business. My dad leaves the business is totally done.
Should he end the
Claro, y encima su padre no podía atender a su negocio. Es que, hostia, se le juntaron muchas cosas,
project now? He was still far from hitting the $1 million goal and having a big impact. But then he got a message from a stranger that changed everything.
There was a guy towards the end of the project. He reached out. I need to get on a call with you. Gets on the call and he literally just starts crying. And he's like, dude, I was going to kill myself. I came across your content. It just gave me hope. That was the best feeling I've ever felt in my entire life.
If he ended it now, with only $65,000 made and one person he deeply impacted, would the project be a failure or a success?
I wanted to help people that were struggling get back on their feet.
Me parece la hostia.
No matter how hard life hit him, he made the best of everything and lived by the message he truly believed. That's what true leaders do. So he decided to end the project early to focus on fixing his own health and spending more time with his dad.
And now he's doing a lot better and things are going really, really well.
And who knows, maybe now, with this video, Mike is able to impact 20,000 people.
Wow, increíble el proyecto de este chico. 64K en Estados Unidos no es 64K aquí, efectivamente, pero yo creo que sobre todo el tema de lo de su papá, ¿no? Tío, si a tu padre le entra cáncer, obviamente no vas a poder dedicar todo el tiempo que tienes que dedicar a hacer pues todo lo que hay que hacer para generar un puto $1 millón. Que se dice como si fuera fácil, ¿no? Y es algo que a la mayoría de las personas les va a costar una vida entera. El tío lo quería hacer en un año. Muy guapo, la verdad.